Welcome into Fantasy Filmball. My name is Matt, I'm with Dylan, and today we're going to be reacting to the 2022 Critics' Choice Award nominations. They were just unveiled like 15 minutes ago, and we're going to be going through the list, giving our takes, reacting a little bit, seeing what's there, what's not, what's shocking. What are you expecting today going into these nominations, Dylan?
So ahead of this, I looked at past years to see how accurate the CCA usually was. And for picture, one thing I noticed is last year, they were pretty accurate, only missing one. The COVID year, they only had 6. The year before that, with Parasite 1917, they were perfect. They had all 9 there with an additional of uncut gems. So at least for picture here, I'm expecting us to see, I would say, 8 or 9 of our eventual Best Picture nominees with maybe one outlier.
I think that's completely true to what we're going to see. These are really good predictors. Honestly, a lot of people say it's less the critics' choice and more the Oscar pundits' choice, because it is very much just people predicting not what their favorites are, but predicting what will happen at the Oscars. So a lot of these nominations are just going to be them trying to predict the field at the Oscars. But overall, that means I'm expecting to see big showings for Banshees, big showing for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and a big showing for The Fabelmans. And outside of that, I think today is going to make or break what we're going to actually end up seeing at the Academy Awards.
Definitely. I think there's a small chance for possibly maybe a women talking. We see if it's real or not, for like what happened at the Globes, if it's actually underperforming or it's still like that number 5, that number 6 type movie.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. With women talking, after the Globes, having them miss supporting actress and supporting actor, missing both acting categories, right now is the time when we see where is women talking. Is it actually strong in those categories, as it should be, or is it a little bit weaker than we expected at this point? So we're going to get right into it with our first category right here. Now, I'm scrolling from the bottom, so I'm definitely going to see what is nominated. It is score. Okay, I've already seen. Oh, God. Okay.
Composure.
Okay. So we're doing score. What do you expect out of score, Dylan?
So, I mean, obviously, there's Babylon, there's Women Talking, there's Pinocchio, like the big 3. And then... I mean, the Globes nominated Fabelmans, and if they're predicting, I guess you're predicting John Williams to get in, and then that leaves a 5th spot. Do they do 5 or 6 for scoring?
They do 6 in like pretty much every category, I think.
Okay.
So they do 6.
Fabelmans, Banshees, and Batman/Avatar for the last spot?
Okay, interesting. Okay, should I go with the ones that I'm laughing at first? Let's
go with the obvious ones and then end with the surprises.
We'll do the obvious ones first. Obvious ones: Alexandre Desplat, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Okay.
Hildur Guðnadóttir, Women Talking. Justin Hurwitz, Babylon.
Cool.
Then I'll go with the one that you're going to be very happy about: Michael Giacchino, The Batman.
He finally shows up.
He showed up at every critic group where he's been. I mean, he missed the Globes, but every critic group has been nominating him. So,
cool, good.
Honestly, he's very strong. Then the ones that I'm laughing at: John Williams, The Fabelmans.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense after the Globes. I think I had to put back in.
Hildur Guðnadóttir, Tar. What
That's
score?
Not a score.
What score? There's no score. Those two, John Williams and Hildur Guðnadóttir for Tar. What score?
I mean, I understand the Williams one because, like, obviously you're giving it to him for the narrative. You're giving it to him because it's the last.
Yeah.
But I mean, with how much love Banshees has been getting, Banshees is right there. You got Black Panther, you got Avatar, and if you want to go with some more like bigger names, Reznor and Ross have like 3 scores this year, so find one of them to give it to. But geez,
yeah,
Tar.
No, Tar just got disqualified from the Oscars because there's not enough original music in the goddamn movie.
People just think all the music is the music. That has to be what it is.
Okay, so if we're looking at this, what missed? Avatar, Banshees, and otherwise, like you said, Reznor and Ross.
And I guess the Women King, maybe, for just an extra like supporting nomination to help that maybe get a Best Picture case.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. After missing the Globes, I don't feel very strong about The Woman King just in general. Just because, with that, if it was going to make it, I feel like the Globes would have really loved what Terrence Blanchard did there. But The Woman King was pretty much left out entirely, except for Viola Davis. Okay, here's another one that missed. She Said, Nicholas Britell.
Yeah. Those are the two movies I was battling for 10th at for my best picture,
Yeah.
and I don't know what to do, but I guess the last case to make about score before we move away is Blanchard still made it in for The Five Bloods after getting like nothing all season. So maybe he's just a surprise pop-up on nomination morning and something like The Fabelmans misses, or because Tar is not eligible. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think John Williams has to be back in our fives now.
Okay, biggest winner here, Michael Giacchino, Batman.
Yes.
Biggest loser here has got to be, the biggest loser by far is Avatar on this.
Definitely,
I think.
definitely.
Avatar has now missed both score nominations.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really rough. Okay, let's move to the next category. This is Best Song. Okay, I'm not surprised by this one. So I'll just say it's pretty much what we're expecting, but with some like Globesy choices. So
Okay.
I'll go with the obvious picks first. Ciao Papa, Pinocchio.
Okay.
Hold My Hand, Top Gun Maverick. Lift Me Up, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Then Natu Natu, RRR.
Okay.
It's happening at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
Carolina from Where the Crawdads Sing.
See, I told you all season, I think this will be a thing. I think that this could make it all the way because she's
I
so
don't
big.
think it's a thing.
Taylor
She's
Swift
so
is
big, but, like,
big.
I don't think that the song branch of the Academy cares, honestly. Like, I don't think they care.
Well,
Maybe
like,
they
what's
do.
What's
Maybe
the
I'm wrong.
alternative? This year's weak for song, especially with like the news recently with like Turning Red
There's, like-
eligible, and so is
There's 5
Elvis.
There's 5 really good songs that they could pick. They could really stack that category. Plus they have to. I mean, I'd say, there's 4 really good songs they could pick, and then 1 goddamn Diane Warren song. So
Yeah. Okay, so what else is here?
last one, New Body Roomba, White Noise.
Is that like the first thing a New Body Roomba's got?
It's the first thing New Body Roomba's got. But that said, I mean, that also would feel like a weird nomination at the Oscars for me. So
Yeah.
I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting 4 of these to make the Oscar, plus Diane Warren.
Okay,
So
checks out.
I'm expecting Ciao Papa, Hold My Hand, Lift Me Up, then probably Natu Natu. Natu Natu is like the 5th slot, and then Diane Warren, Applause.
Yeah, I would say that last spot's between Diane Warren because yes, they did just give her the honor. So they're like, do we still have to nominate her anymore? And I would say they feel like they don't have to. That's where like Taylor Swift would come in. But I still think Taylor Swift's either 5 or 6. It's not like she's like 10 or something like she was with Cats or some of her previous original songs.
I have more reservations, and here's the thing: I like Taylor Swift. I'm not saying this out of bias against Taylor Swift. I'm saying this out of bias against Where the Crawdads Sing. But then again, The Weeknd got a nomination for 50 Shades of Grey, so
He did.
like, nothing is out of the question here. There's nothing that like is absolutely impossible. So I don't know. Maybe she could. But I'm gonna hold on to that she will not in favor of these bigger movies because like Pinocchio, Top Gun, Black Panther, RRR all feel like much stronger films, and they all have much stronger narratives. I'd say too than Carolina. You know.
Fair enough.
Especially if Taylor Swift is getting nominated for short film. Oh God.
she could win for short film.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. All right. Next category. Best foreign language film. Okay, you're gonna be really happy here.
Bardo
You're gonna
Nation?
be really happy.
Bardo Nation?
You're gonna be really happy. Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's the Globes 5 plus Bardo.
Okay. Wait, that
All
means
Quiet
no
on the
EO.
Western. There's no EO. All Quiet on the Western Front. Argentina 1985. Bardo. Close. Decision to Leave. RRR.
Okay. So, biggest takeaway here, Bardo lives another day. Biggest sad thing here, no EO. And does that mean
Yeah.
Argentina 1985 moves above EO for that 5th spot at the Oscars?
It does. I mean, EO, I would say EO's never been the 5th slot. It's one that critics really love, but it's so weird and artsy. It's Titan, you know? It is, it's Titan. It's not one that I think is going to connect with general audiences, despite the fact that there's a donkey and it's very cute. It's not one that is going to make a case for the Oscars. But that said, I mean, RRR sweeps this. Again. This is going to be the category where, with foreign language film, we're going to go into the Oscars not knowing what film is going to win international feature. Because it's going to be RRR has won everywhere. Now we've got the category minus RRR. What happens now? Is it close or is it decision to leave?
Are you still in Team Close, or have you shifted over to something else?
I'm still with Team Close. Decision to leave, I think, needed... Decision to leave needed the ramp of winning other televised awards. Mm-hmm. Without that, I think that it's just going to fall slightly short. It's going to get the nomination. It's not going to get the win. And Close and its emotional punch that it delivers is going to sway voters. I think Close, to me, feels like a very Fantastic Woman style winner, where a Fantastic Woman was like... no one was really taking it seriously as a winner the whole year. And people were saying, like, oh, it's the Square, oh, it's the Square, oh, it's the Square, because the Square was the one from Cannes that had all the acclaim and had all of the love and had the prestige, like Decision to Leave does. And then A Fantastic Woman just ended up winning because it was more emotional and connected with, like, average voters more than the artsy fare. And Decision to Leave, despite being a better film in my mind, I mean, Close is still a great film, but I think that Close is going to connect with the hearts of those voters.
Okay, fair enough.
That's my feeling with this. But yeah, I mean, RRR wins this, and RRR at this point would have just been frontrunner shoo-in for the win if it was there. Which is funny, because earlier this year we were saying that, like, man, even if they submit RRR, nothing's going to happen with it. It's just going to go nowhere. And that's clearly not the case.
Clearly.
Okay, let's go to the next category here. It is animated feature.
Okay.
There's only 5 nominees here. Only 5. And it's not really shocking. So I'll just go through it. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Big win for that. Yeah. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Turning Red. And Wendell and Wild.
All right, Wendell and Wild shows up.
I think this is our 5, minus, like, some shocking surprise.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like that too. I know I've been on the My Father's Dragon trend just because it is from Cartoon Saloon. They've never missed, but it's not showing up anywhere. Not even anything. Like,
Netflix
the only thing
isn't
I could
advertising
see,
it.
That's true. And, like, the only thing I think could be a redeemer is when we get to the Annies, just because of its animation style. But still, I don't think that will be enough to... Because Wendell and Wild still has a super original and super interesting, flashy type style. But I think this is kind of the nail in the coffin for the bad guys. Puss in Boots is officially higher, and that 5th slot is seeming more... It's either going to be Wendell or it's going to be something just completely random, not another big movie like a Bad Guys.
My bet is that it's not Wendell and Wild, because that would mean that 3 out of the 5 films in the category are stop motion. Mm-hmm. That would be wild. But my bet is that the 5th slot is something random. I think it's going to be the French animated film Little Nicholas, because they've gone for films like that in the past. They've gone for surprise nominees that have been specifically French. And with this film, it's so lovely. It's so sweet. And my only reason that I didn't have it on my list before is because I didn't know if it was going to be eligible, because I didn't know if it was going to get that release date in 2022. But it did, and it is eligible. It's on the list. So Little Nicholas is my bet for the 5th slot, but Wendell and Wild is, like, creeping up. And yeah, my big shock is My Father's Dragon is just not being campaigned or advertised by Netflix. Mm-hmm. Like, they are shooting themselves in the foot, because that could be a surefire 3rd place.
Yeah. I feel like, I guess the case is like, oh, they're just putting everything in Pinocchio, but they're still screening Wendell and Wild, so it's not even that.
Yeah, they're still getting Wendell and Wild in, and they're just, maybe they spent more on Wendell and Wild, and so they're trying to maximize their impact on that, while, like, My Father's Dragon must have been a little bit cheaper or something. They kind of know they can just throw it away into the garbage, but, like, Jesus, they're really fucking themselves on this. Like, if you really don't have that room, move one to the next year.
Yeah. So what do we have next?
Next category. Okay, this isn't a big... I'll just skim through Best Comedy. we're not really caring about this one. We're not really using this for any precursors. But best comedies: Banshees of Inisherin, Bros,
Bros.
Everything Ever All at Once, Glass Onion, Triangle of Sadness, and The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Nice. I like that. Wait. Did you say Babylon?
Nope. No Babylon. No Babylon.
That's, I
No
think, something to
Babylon.
use. That's something to use.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Okay, so no Babylon
Okay, no
here,
Babylon.
but Nick Cage is here. Got it.
We're gonna see if Babylon shows up elsewhere, because that could be really interesting if Babylon just goes completely empty-handed.
So far, Babylon, Woman King, and She Said have not looked good so far. Babylon
Yeah,
has
that's
score,
not good.
but I guess that's really the only category where they would show up. But besides here, but still.
Okay, best visual effects.
All right.
Huh. Okay, it's not like a shocking category, but I'm just interested by it. Avatar: The Way of Water,
Of course.
The Batman,
Of course.
Black Panther: Wakanda Forever,
Interesting. All right.
Everything Everywhere All at Once,
Makes sense.
RRR,
And Maverick.
and Top Gun: Maverick.
All right. So that is, I would say, the top 6. Just who misses
There's
when we
no
get to the
Nope.
Oscars.
There's no Nope. Where's Nope?
Yeah, I see that, but also looking at this group here, I would say maybe Nope above Maverick, maybe not Maverick, Nope above Wakanda Forever, but Nope's been getting the cinematography love from all of the precursors. Not, I mean, it's got popped up someplace at visual effects, but to me, this seems like the top 7 minus Nope, and like Black Panther, Nope, 6, 7, take your pick. That's who I'm right now leaning to missing at the Oscars is Black Panther, but I'm interested to hear who do you think is out, because obviously it seems RRR is for real, Everything Everywhere's in, Maverick's in, Way of Water's in, Batman seems likely, it's just, I guess Batman versus Wakanda versus Nope for that last spot, but still, Batman just makes more sense.
Yeah, for me, for the last spot here, I was going to say it was Nope before, but I don't think so anymore. It's between Batman and Black Panther. I think those are the ones fighting for that 5th slot. I'm leaning towards Black Panther at this point.
Mm-hmm.
At this point. That said, RRR could easily miss, because it feels like it's really here based on just general love for the movie and trying to nominate it wherever they can. Because it does have visual effects. The visual effects aren't great in the film. It's one of the... I mean, they fit the film really well because they're very cheesy and very exaggerated. But, you know, if you're looking at those visual effects next to something like Avatar, it's... or even Black Panther. Next to Black Panther, you can see the difference between them.
Okay.
But that said, I like this lineup. I like that RRR is getting nominated because there are a lot of visual effects in that film. Whether or not they're a little bit cheesy visual effects, there's still a lot of them, and they sell the film, you know? And they're creative. They're very creative.
Okay.
But yeah, this is bad for Nope. Very bad for Nope.
I'll be interested to see if Nope pops up in cinematography.
Mm-hmm. Same here. That's going to be very interesting. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Best hair and makeup. I'm not shocked here. Let's go right into it. Babylon.
Okay.
The Batman.
Cool.
Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
All right.
Elvis.
Of course.
Here's my favorite one. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
All right.
And The Whale.
Cool. So, to me, that seems like... You said Black Panther, right?
Yep, Black Panther's there.
That seems like the top 6. So, that doesn't really help
totally,
with
this is the top
what's
6.
missing or what's not getting in.
I'd say what's missing, it's either Babylon or Black Panther.
Oh, wait, you didn't say...
I'd lean towards...
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. I thought you meant at first, like, oh, what's not here? I was like, wait, Babylon didn't make it?
Oh,
yeah.
no. If we're talking Oscars top 5, the 5th, 6th slot battle right here is Babylon, Black Panther. And honestly, maybe Everything Ever All at Once. But that said, I think general love for that movie is going to make sure it gets in.
Yeah. Okay. I think
but that
I
said,
agree
this
with
is a
you.
shortlisted category. Since this is a shortlist category, on the 20... So in 1 week from today, we are going to know what could miss the shortlist, right? Because I see a possibility where Everything Ever All at Once does not make the shortlist. But if it makes the short list, it makes the nominations. But that said, this category, it's like pretty. It seems easy at this point. It seems easy. Maybe it won't be, but it seems like we've got our 5 here.
This is another negative for the Woman King missing here. This is another category where it needs at the Oscars if it wants to have like a little, complete group of nominations to get into Best Picture, but not showing up here is, I think, pretty bad for it.
Yeah, you know what else is a big loss here? X. Because if X was going to show up at the Oscars, it would need to be here.
True. Good point.
Because critics would like that more than industry members would.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to costume design. Okay, very interesting. Ruth Carter, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Okay,
Jenny
that means
Egan.
it's silent in.
Jenny Egan, Glass Onion.
Oh, wow.
That's a really interesting pick for costume design.
It's a good pick.
Shirley Kurata, Everything Ever All at Once.
Okay.
Which I'm just glad that's there, because all year long I've been saying costumes for Everything Everywhere, and it seemed like a long shot until now. Catherine Martin, Elvis.
Of course.
Gersha Phillips, The Woman King.
Yeah.
And Mary Zophris for Babylon.
All right, so missing here, at least from my lineup, is the Batman. And then Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris seems like something that was on the rise, but that's also missing here.
Yeah, that's not here. Women Talking is not here, which Women Talking has been doing, like, not well with costume groups, but they have, like, an exhibit in LA for the costumes and everything. The Fabelmans is not here. That's pretty big because Mark Bridges did the costumes of that one, and he's the guy behind, like, Phantom Thread and so many other... he has multiple Oscars. He's like a legend, and he's not here for that. So the Fabelmans takes a hit. But yeah, this is a very strong category. It's got 4 of my 5 in it.
Yeah, I think now I am adjusting mine to, I think, put Everything Everywhere at my 5 slot for costumes.
Good.
I don't know. Just
yes.
The one thing that's hesitating to me is it seems like CCA is nominating Everything Everywhere where it's eligible. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get to like supporting actors and they're both there, and then like they're in director, they're in screenplay, they're in picture. Like, it hasn't missed anything yet. Like, some people be like, oh, it missed song. The song was never going anywhere. So like, it's got everything that it's reasonably eligible for so far. So I don't know how much to read into that here with this category, but I think Elvis, Woman King, Babylon, Black Panther, they're almost like locks here, and then at 5th slot's where it's more open.
Not the Woman King. The Woman King's not a lock. I don't think the Woman King's a lock.
Yeah, I guess I'm still high on the Woman King for
good though.
For other nominations when it comes to the Oscars. So like, I feel like this is like one where it comes along, like where it would be like a costumes. It would be, I guess, I don't know, because it missed out on the other one that we just talked about with makeup. So yeah, that's about the revisit later.
It missed score. It's gonna miss production design. I have a feeling. So let's move on. I have a feeling the next one is going to be production design. So let's see. No, next one's editing.
Ooh.
Okay. Babylon.
Wow. Wait. Then how did it miss comedy?
I don't know. Top Gun Maverick.
Yep.
Avatar: The Way of Water.
Good.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
And Banshees?
Elvis.
Uh-huh.
Tar.
Okay.
No Banshees.
No Banshees.
No Fabelmans. No Fabelmans. No Fabelmans. Holy shit, no Fabelmans.
Can you run through that lap again?
Babylon, Top Gun, Avatar, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Elvis, Tar.
Okay. Well.
Holy shit.
I don't know what to make of Babylon right now.
Whoa.
Maybe they just didn't deem it a comedy because it's hitting everything else.
Babylon's hitting everywhere. Except comedy.
Yeah. And I can see that for the Fabelmans, though.
No Banshees and no Fabelmans.
The Banshees one is more alarming to me because I can see how you can watch the Fabelmans and be like, "Oh, this movie's too long," and that right there is your chop off. But Banshee's been hitting everything recently, and this is a sign. I guess it could be a little weak, so maybe there's no Kyogen here,
and no Women Talking. It's dead for editing. It's dead for. I had it for editing forever. It's dead for editing.
Yeah, I also agree. I'm a little
Wow.
surprised though that Glass Onion didn't make the top 6 here after seeing it get in for costumes, and this is like a nomination it kind of needs if it wins picture.
Yeah, it
But
really does need this one.
yeah,
Wow. I'm still feeling like the Oscars are gonna go for Banshees and Fablemans though. Like those feel like ones that would come along with an editing nomination because editing needs like if you're gonna win the Oscar, you need an editing.
yeah,
Unless you're Coda, but Coda's a rare case where the narrative switched after nominations morning. So I don't know. I don't know, man. It's if Banshees and Fablemans miss here, then those are just like really in rocky positions.
yeah. I feel a little bit vindicated though because I had just recently moved Fablemans out of my editing in favor of Banshees, so I guess it's like a win loss for me there because I
Right.
move in a movie that didn't make it here, but I also take out one that got snubbed here. The Tar one's really interesting though, because that one doesn't make sense for the Oscars, just because like the Oscars are obviously doing Maverick, they're doing
Yeah.
either Banshees or Fablemans, they're doing Everything Everywhere, they're doing Elvis, they're probably doing Way of Water, and something would have to miss for Tar and for the other one of Fablemans and Banshees to get in. I don't know, because as much as people hate Elvis's editing, it's in. It's been in.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
so
it's
much their
maximalist.
editing.
It's in.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm most curious about Babylon and Avatar here. I don't think that those will really affect the race, but it's interesting to see the 2 3-hour movies here when like that's totally not the type of thing that the Oscars are going to go for because like they're so long.
That's the case against the Fablemans too. Is the Fablemans so long it's not a spectacle, while those other two
Yeah, but
are
it's not
spectacles.
3 hours long.
It's
You
like
know, those are both
240.
over 3 hours.
Tar is too.
That's true. That's oh man, are we really? Are we really doing
Elvis is
a
too.
year
Elvis
of
is 2.5.
editing nominations where everything is wow. Oh,
That's
we're really doing a year of editing nominations where everything could have been edited 45 minutes shorter.
Yeah. I mean, Maverick's like 210, and then Banshees and Everything Everywhere is like 2, something like that. So, those
Yeah.
are the shorter ones. But then like Way of Water, Babylon, they're 3. Elvis and Tar are and Fablemans are like 230, 240. So we could have a lineup of very long movies.
Okay. I think we're doing production design next.
Okay.
So, let's see. Is this it? Yep, production design. What are your predictions here? I haven't looked at the category yet. I just saw the title. So,
Well,
I'm going to say I'm Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I want Bardo. Do I expect it? No, but I would love to see that pop up because if anything, that and cinematography should be getting love. But more realistically, Babylon, Elvis, Way of Water. I think this will be an interesting spot for Pinocchio to maybe pop up.
Right. Right.
Gold Derby's been loving Wakanda forever. I just really don't see that at the like getting all the way to the Oscars, but maybe it's because Angela Bassett's been having a good time, so she can't be the only thing. So maybe that comes along with it. And I think I already said Elvis, but Elvis too.
My big question marks here are Black Panther, Fablemans, Everything Ever All at Once, and Banshees.
And Glass
If
Onion.
any of those are in, oh, and Glass Onion for sure. If those are in, they're the real deal. Okay. Let's check. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. The Fablemans. Avatar: The Way of Water. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Elvis and Babylon.
They keep
So
switching me up with putting Babylon at the end. I'm like, oh, Babylon's gone, and then Babylon's up just at the end. Okay, well, Bardo is gone.
Bardo's gone.
Pinocchio's gone.
I don't think that was ever happening. Pinocchio's not here. Ah, man, it hurts me that Pinocchio's like my number 15 for Best Picture right now. It hurts me. But, okay, Fableman's made it. That's very good. It totally deserves it. It has excellent production design. Everything Ever made it. That's great. Honestly, I think our top 5 is in here.
Yeah, just what
I think
misses.
our top 5 is in here. What misses? I think the miss is between Fablemans and Everything Ever All at Once.
So you think Black Panther's 100% in?
Like 60% in.
That to me just seems like the obvious one that you would leave out. Just because if you think about it, like, yeah, Telecon looks really cool, and so does Wakanda, but not the whole movie takes place in those 2 spots, and everything else is really, like, bland looking. While Everything Ever has a huge set pieces, Fablemans is very well made.
Yeah.
Avatar, obviously. Elvis and Babylon are just so big. I don't know.
So then maybe fifth slot is between Black Panther and Everything Everywhere.
Okay, so
I think that's what it is then. Maybe Fabelmans is more safe. Fabelmans feels like a Power of the Dog style nomination to me. Like, yeah. So,
Batman's
I
not here
think
too.
my top five is Everything Except Everything Ever All at Once in this category.
Okay.
I don't think the Batman was ever going to make it here, honestly. Like, especially because they used virtual sets behind them.
Yeah. I just thought maybe some extra critics love, because critics went really hard for the movie early in the year. But I guess you're like what you said. This isn't critics picking. This is what they're predicting. So.
Yeah, this is their predictions. Okay, let's go to the next category here, cinematography. Okay, what are the big things that we're seeing as like potentials? Because for me, is Tar in here, and Banshees. Tar and Banshees.
And Nope is Nope here.
Oh, Nope. Yes, Nope. Okay.
Well, that laugh either means Avatar's missing or something else is above Avatar.
No, something's here.
Is it Bardo?
Something's here. No.
Wait,
No.
wait.
Guesses.
Empire of Light.
I'm gonna give you 3 guesses. Yes.
Oh my god. Alright. Empire of Light.
No.
Here. Deacon's love goes crazy.
Okay. Roger Deakins, Empire of Light. Russell Carpenter, Avatar: The Way of Water.
Obviously.
Florian Hofmeister, Tar.
Okay.
Janusz Kaminski, The Fabelmans.
Yep.
Claudio Miranda, Top Gun Maverick.
Yep.
Linus Sandgren, Babylon.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Linus Sandgren, Babylon. That's the end.
So no Nope, no Bardo, no Everything Everywhere, no Banshees.
Yeah.
No Emancipation.
No Nope. No Bardo. No Batman.
No Batman.
No Batman. But the biggest one hit here is Banshees. I think Banshees was looking really strong for that cinematography nomination. Maybe it still is, because Empire of Light is not fucking happening. It's not happening.
Yeah, but Tar can move into that 5th slot, because Tar did show up.
Yeah, Tar's absolutely going to be there. Like, I already had Tar in my 5th slot. That said, like, I'm still struggling with, like, is Babylon happening? I don't know.
Babylon's performing really well, except for not being in comedy.
Babylon is really performing well.
Who knows what that
I think,
was about.
honestly, one of the biggest hit ones here is All Quiet on the Western Front. I feel like if All Quiet on the Western Front was going to get into the Oscars, it would have made it here.
Well, right now it looks like All Quiet's probably just international, and that's it.
Okay, should we move on to one of the big boys?
Yeah, let's do it.
Best Adapted Screenplay. Okay. It's not that different from what's expected. Okay,
I have a guess.
yeah.
Did Bones at all make it?
No.
Okay. My heart is broken.
I'm sorry, but no. I'm sorry. No, absolutely not.
All right, it's dead.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one hint of what's not here. There's a Best Picture nominee that would be a very undeserving adapted screenplay contender, which we've just been writing into screenplay because there seems like there's no other fucking options.
Maverick.
And it's not here.
Maverick's not here.
Maverick's not here.
Okay.
Maverick's not here. So I'll go through the obvious ones. Ryan Johnson, Glass Onion. Rebecca Lenkiewicz, She Said. Sarah Polley, Women Talking. Those are the 2-3. Okay, what are your guesses for the other 2?
I mean, what makes most sense is The Whale and Living, but The Whale and Living are just...
Bingo! Bingo! Bingo, The Whale and Living.
I don't like that.
Honestly, I think that this is 4 out of the Oscars 5. They're going to axe Living and put in Top Gun.
Yeah. I don't get The Whale. Like, obviously, I haven't seen it yet. It hasn't opened wide yet. But, like, when it first premiered at TIFF, everyone loved it. And then, like, a month later, everyone hated it. And now it's out on limited release, and people are back to loving it. I don't get this movie's trajectory at the moment.
I don't either, but honestly, one thing I will say is, as someone who's a bit lower on The Whale than most people, the screenplay was one of the best parts about it.
Okay.
I think it's really well written. I think that for me, every problem I have with the film comes from Darren Aronofsky.
Okay.
So I'm happy to see The Whale here. And I'm happy to see Living here. I'm sorry, Dylan. I like Living. I know you don't. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's here.
I don't know. I think I need to watch it again. I don't know. To me, it was just very... It wasn't bad. It was just... It was just a bore.
I mean, I disagree. But I would recommend don't watch Living again. Watch the film it's based on. Watch Akira Kurosawa's Ikiru. It is much better. Even though I love Living, Ikiru is a superior film. Okay, let's go to original screenplay.
Okay.
I know it's next, so I'm not going to scroll up and see what is there. So big contenders we're expecting here. It's the showdown between Everything Everywhere and Banshees. And then Fabelmans. And then 4 and 5.
Tar.
It's Tar's locked, so it's the top 4. But then my question mark is, what's number 5? Is it Babylon? Or is it Triangle of Sadness? Or is it Nope? Is it like something else?
Or they could go random and go After Sun.
They could go After Sun. I think that they're going to completely snub After Sun. If it wasn't in editing, it's not here. It's not here at all. What if it's Elvis, man? God damn, what if it's Elvis?
That would be... Okay. That would just set the race on fire.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
It is After Sun.
Oh, shit! It's After Sun.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Wow.
So, does that mean Babylon's gone?
Babylon's gone. It's the expected 4 plus After Sun. So, it's Todd Field, Tar, Daniel Kwan, Daniel Scheinert, Everything Ever All at Once, Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin, Steven Spielberg and Tony Kushner for The Fabelmans, and Charlotte Wells for After Sun.
All right. Well, to me, at least, this isn't as big of a hit to Babylon as it is to Triangle.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a massive hit to Triangle of Sadness. Which also, I just want to... I mean, I might have to eat my words with supporting actress coming up. But I will say, I got into a couple of conversations in our Discord saying that Triangle of Sadness is not a Best Picture contender. It's not happening. And then people were kind of roasting me for that. But, yeah, if Triangle of Sadness was actually a screenplay contender, it should have been here.
Now, the real question, I guess, this pops up is, does this mean After Sun's going to be like the lone screenplay nominee at the Oscars?
No, it's not an Academy-type movie. But what do you think? Do you think it will be? Because I say absolutely not.
I think it has a higher chance than Triangle of Sadness. I just don't know what the Academy's reaction to Babylon is going to be, because Babylon's been so either all for or not for this award season so far.
Yeah.
Like, here, it's been all for, except missing here. I don't think we should count comedy. I think that's just... I think
that was a fluke.
Maybe it wasn't eligible.
I think people didn't agree that it was a comedy.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't eligible or something. But
yeah,
here it's hit everything, and I will be really excited to see when we get to supporting actor and...
oh, bro, what if it misses picture at this point after making everything else?
If it misses that, I feel even better about putting After Sun in for this spot. Because...
yeah.
I don't know, every year, I don't have a stat to back me up, but it feels like every year there's at least one lone nomination in either of the screenplays. And
there is most years except the last 2 years. I don't think that there's been one.
And if you look at adapted, you could maybe say like, oh, Glass Onion's going to be a 1 nomination movie. She Said could be a 1, but I see something coming along with She Said. So Glass Onion, I guess, fits that 1, but also an original. I don't know. Decisionally is not happening. Nothing else is. And it's After Sun, Babylon, Triangle, which gets that 5th slot. And if Babylon's very mixed, Triangle of Sadness probably isn't having anything else besides maybe supporting actress. But I could still see a supporting actress and no screenplay. People may be like, we love After Sun, but there's nowhere to put it in unless they really want to make Best Actor crazy. And they throw it in here.
This is a huge hit to Nope above all else, honestly, because I can still see a world where Triangle gets in because it's going to get BAFTA, and then it could get in here. Like, not here. It could get in at the Oscars. After Sun, I still struggle. I think that this is like the lone critic's pick, but I don't think that it's going to make it to the Oscars because it's so not a screenplay movie. It's not a screenplay movie at all, in my mind at least. It's a movie that's held up by the editing and by the direction. It's not a screenplay movie. Nothing happens in that goddamn movie.
I agree.
It's a great film despite the screenplay. But I don't know. I think the 5th slot is now between Babylon, Triangle of Sadness, and maybe After Sun.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think this kills Nope.
All
More
that
than
being
anything.
said,
It kills Nope.
I think we should just dive into supporting actor because I want to know what Brad Pitt's here.
Let's go. It's not supporting actor next on the list. It is director, and there are 10 directors here.
10?
There are 10 directors here.
Well, then Sarah Polley has to be there.
What the fuck?
Sarah
What
Polley
the
has
fuck?
to be there.
They're really, right now, with this category, they're just being like, we're going to get the 5. I don't care. We're just going to put everything here.
Okay.
And just...
Let's see. Spielberg, Daniels, Field, Polley, McDonough, Cameron,
Yep.
Roger Mooley,
Yes.
Chazelle,
Yes.
Lerman,
Yep.
and Kaczynski.
No Kaczynski.
So then who's the 10th? Is it Woman King or is
Gina
it
Prince
Okay.
Blythewood for the Woman King.
Okay, that checks out.
Yep, so Avatar, Babylon, Tar, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Banshees of Inisherin, Women Talking, Woman King, RRR, The Fablemans. Holy fuck, RRR did it over Kaczynski.
Well,
Kaczynski's dead.
yeah, Kaczynski's
Kaczynski's dead.
Kaczynski's dead, but RR making it. There's still 10 here. That doesn't really mean it made it. They didn't even.
It doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, they didn't limit
It just
it.
means it's stronger than Kaczynski.
Yeah, they just mean Kaczynski's dead, Chan-wook's dead, Oslin's dead, for everyone out there still predicting them for international chances.
Yeah.
Berger's out, as we've known for a while. No Aronofsky. And I guess that's... And I guess no Del Toro. I think that's it for people who actually thought chances.
So if people are out there still trying to predict that there's an international nominee, it is fucking incredibly clear right now that it is Rajamouli.
Yeah.
This is not just like New York Film Critics Circle pick. It's now been everywhere, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like anywhere that was going to put an international director has put Rajamouli. So if you're out there saying like, oh, Park Chan-wook, if you're saying Ostland is number 5, it is fucking not. It is Rajamouli. I don't think he's number 5. I say he's number 6 or 7 right now. But like, if you're trying to predict an international director, do not predict anyone but goddamn SS Rajamouli. He is coming. He is the goddamn king of action.
What I would love to see is DGA, instead of them doing Kaczynski, is them doing Lerman.
I think that they will. I think they will, man. I think they will. I've got Baz Luhrmann, I think, at number 6.
He's my
I
6
still have
as well.
I have Sarah Paulian. I don't think that, because the Globes are taking a shit ton of heat right now for not having any women in Best Director. I don't see a world where the Oscars makes that same mistake.
Yeah, I would just say...
I don't think they will.
Not defending the Globes, but looking at their nominations, it makes sense. They didn't really love Women Talking. Woman King showed up nowhere besides Viola Davis, and she said also didn't have the best turnout. So I guess it makes sense looking at their nominations, but still, at the Oscars, they're going to like Women Talking more. She said should show up in some more categories there, and Woman King... I don't know. That's my favorite direction, maybe, between the 3. I'm not sure, so I'm just not sure what they'll end up doing. I still think Polly's in. I agree. I have Spielberg, Cameron, McDonough, Polley, and my 5th slot's between Field and Daniels, with a possible Lerman surprise, but I just don't know what to do with that 5th slot at the moment. Daniels makes the most sense, but also, how can I leave Field
Daniels off? Daniels can win, dude. It can win. They have been sweeping. I've been keeping track of critics groups. Basically every single critics group, except for a few that have split and gone to to Field or to Rajamouli. Almost every critics group has given their award to Daniels. They are by far sweeping.
That's the thing.
The goddamn directing
I think if they get in, they're good. But I could see where this film is just... I mean, obviously the stats aren't backing this up right now, but when we get to nominations, I could see this being the surprise snub. Enuve of Villeneuve last year, or just where there's someone that seems so in that they're out. But I don't know. That could be Field. That could be McDonough again, where it allows Daniels to get in. But
it could also be Cameron.
I'm
so sorry to say it, but
he hasn't.
Cameron. We didn't see Denis Villeneuve missing. We didn't see Christopher Nolan missing for Inception. This is the type of movie they don't go for the big blockbusters all the time anymore.
Yeah.
So James Cameron, he's between that 4 to 6 slot. It's just, the question to me is are they going to repeat the same mistakes that they've made in the past?
Yeah. I It would be crazy if McDonough gets snubbed again.
That would be they could snub McDonough. They could snub Todd Field. Because but Todd Field also seems really strong.
Yeah, if you're just
this category's fucked.
If you're just looking at
what if Steven Spielberg gets snubbed?
That's what I was saying. If you're just looking at how they directed the movie, Spielberg's the obvious one to take out, but he has the narrative, and Cameron also has a narrative, and he's doing big spectacle. Polly has something that she's just doing very different with the color grading. Field has like all this critic love. Daniels are doing something big. McDonough, they've snubbed him in the past when he was a top 2 contender for picture. And he's here again with like a top 3 contender for picture. So you're going to do it again to him? And then, I don't know, Lerman's hit a lot. And they really rock with Elvis. He could be like the shocking, like, why this type nomination? Director's becoming, I think, one of my favorite races in the season after for so long. People are like, this is so boring. Yeah. We know what it is. And now it's like, no, we don't.
It is anything but locked. It's anything but locked. It is so not locked. It is so up in the air. Especially just like the winner still seems like Spielberg, but everyone is snubbable. That said, if they snub Sarah Polley, they are going to get so much goddamn heat for it, and they're going to deserve it.
Yeah, I could see Polley getting snubbed if they just don't like the movie. As we've seen, people are out there that don't like this movie. I know we both really like it, but there are a pretty, not, I wouldn't say small, but like a decent sized group of people out there that just think this movie's fine. And if that's the case, I could see Polley missing, and I guess getting into supporting acting now, where I could see some supporting actors miss or actresses miss for some other people.
First, it's Ensemble.
All right.
So let's go through Ensemble. Okay. I think our SAG 5 is in here. The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Ever All at Once, The Fabelmans, Glass Onion, which has been fucking sweeping critics groups, The Woman King, and Women Talking.
All right, Dylan's bold prediction of Maverick is gone.
The question to me is, which one is missing SAG?
I would go with either Onion or Woman King.
I think Woman King misses SAG. I think the other 5 are in, and Woman King misses.
I probably lean that way at the moment as well.
Yeah. Fucking interesting. I think, honestly, what wins SAG wins the Oscar.
What if Glass Onions wins SAG?
At this point, it's Everything Ever.
Or Women Talking.
Interesting. At this point, I would love for Women Talking to win SAG because it deserves it, because those performers gave their fucking all. They are incredible. But that said, the movie it's not that it's colder, it's still a crowd pleaser, but it's a little bit less warm and accessible, and SAG voters like the warm and accessible movies. They like the things that are going to make them feel a little tingly. That's why they voted Coda. That's why they voted Trial of Chicago 7. That's why they voted for Parasite.
I mean, look at these nominations. The only ones that would give that feeling to them are Glass Onion and Everything Everywhere. Because Banshees, you don't leave that movie feeling tingly, and neither do you do with Fabelmans.
And Banshees could get snubbed. Banshees could get snubbed the way that Power of the Dog got snubbed last year, because it's very cold. It's very, like, kind of hits you in a not so positive way in many ways. Like, it leaves you not feeling great feelings. So I guess my prediction is, if Everything Ever All at Once wins SAG, it's winning Best Picture. If Glass Onion wins SAG, something else wins Best Picture.
Okay, got it.
Not Everything Everywhere.
All right.
That's my prediction.
Supporting actors time. Okay. Let's get it.
It's supporting actress first.
Okay.
Okay, what are we expecting here?
Well, like I mentioned before, Everything Everywhere's got everything. So I'm assuming your reactions to both of them getting in.
No, my reaction is to seeing one nomination at the very bottom. That's really fucking with me.
Let me think. Who could be just the most random person out there?
Okay, so I haven't looked at the rest of the category. I'm hoping that we see Women Talking here.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we see, like, Carey Mulligan, or, you know, to give us some form of certainty in this crazy fucking race, because what the hell is happening with supporting actress? Oh, sorry, nope. This is not supporting actress. This is young actor.
Oh.
And this nomination makes sense because I will say I scrolled up a little bit and saw Sadie Sink in The Whale and went, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? But no, this is young actor.
Okay, young actor time. Sadie Sink, that makes sense.
Sadie Sink makes sense. I was panicking for a second.
LaBelle?
Frankie Corio, After Sun, Gabriel LaBelle, The Fablemans, Jalen Hall, Till, Bella Ramsey, Catherine Called Birdie, and Banks Repeta for Armageddon Time.
Okay.
That makes sense. It makes sense. I'm not going to say anything more. It makes sense.
I was about to say, why isn't this person here? But this person is actually like 30 and not a teenager. I was like, oh, where's Thusima Bedu for the Woman King? But she's not actually a kid. She's like 30. So, never mind. But I like the Jalen Hall nomination for Till. I think he's very good in that movie.
Supporting actress.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, my thought still stands.
You're gonna love this category.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You're gonna love this fucking category.
All right, let's hear it then.
I'm gonna go from the bottom, from the ones that you are going to be obsessed with.
Okay.
Janelle Monáe, Glass Onion.
Makes sense. Love that.
Stephanie Sue, Everything Ever All at Once.
Okay.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything Ever All at Once.
They're both
your
in.
fucking prediction.
They're both
your
in.
prediction.
Yep.
Holy shit, your prediction.
I mean, it hasn't
Carrie
missed anything.
Condon.
Condon, yes.
It hasn't missed anything at all. Hasn't missed. Carrie Condon, Banshee of Inisherin. Jessie Buckley, Women Talking.
There's a woman talking.
What's the last one?
All right.
What's the last one, Dylan?
Well,
what's the last one?
Buckley's name would be after Foy, so it's not Foy.
It's not Foy.
She said hasn't done anything, so I'm not saying Mulligan. I don't believe in the
It's
Hong
not
Chow
Mulligan.
love. So that leaves me with...
It's not Hong Chow.
That leaves me with the Globes random people of Bassett and DeLeon, but Triangle of Sadness Miss
It's
Screenplay.
Angela
So it's Bassett. Yeah.
It's Angela Bassett. She's happening.
Oh my gosh.
She's happening.
I mean, good for her. I'll leave it at that. Good for her.
Good. I don't agree, but I'm happy for her because Angela Bassett's a goddamn legend.
All right, so in your eyes, what is this? Does this mean that Buckley's actually ahead of Foy, or do you think this is just a pick
Buckley's
one?
ahead of Foy. Buckley's ahead of Foy. This is decided now. They're gonna go all behind Buckley because this is what happened with Spotlight. All year long, people were like, it's Michael Keaton and Mark Ruffalo. It's Michael Keaton and Mark Ruffalo. And then the Globes came. They didn't nominate either of those goddamn guys. And then afterwards, people just fell in line and said, it's Mark Ruffalo. It's Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Now it's Buckley. And the double nomination comes elsewhere. The double nomination comes from Banshees.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't want to get rid of Foy. I have Foy at 100 to 1 on Gold Derby. I don't want to do that.
Don't drop her yet then.
Yeah.
Don't drop her until SAG. After SAG, you can drop her.
Yeah, Bassett's at 22 to 1, so it's not really worth it at the moment. Because I still think Monet can get in, like, Bakalova style. But I just want... Mm-hmm. I want SAG before I commit to that.
Yeah, just wait for SAG. SAG will confirm if Buckley is the one.
Okay.
So, but that's it. I don't think our full 5 is here. I think we've got 4 out of the 5 here.
Yeah.
But you know who that is.
Weird
that's
category. At first, I thought you were gonna say Keke Palmer was here. I was like, wow, let's mess it up even some more.
Oh, that'd be wild. Okay, but you know what else is wild? Supporting actor.
Pitt.
What do you expect to see here?
I expect Pitt.
Because whatever you expect is not happening here. It's whatever you expect is just fucking crazy.
Well, I do expect that Kwan makes it, and I do expect that both Banshee boys make it. But other than that, I don't really expect anything else.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now there's a double nomination.
So, double Banshees, double Fablemans?
Double Banshees, double Fablemans.
And then Kwan.
And then Kwan.
And then who's
number 6?
Is it Redmayne?
It's not Redmayne.
Okay, so if it's not Redmayne,
Pitt.
It's not Pitt. It's not Rylance.
No, you're going to like it. It's not Rylance, but you're going to like it.
Tyree Henry. Causeway.
It's Brian Tyree Henry. Causeway.
Let's go.
Holy shit.
He's somewhere. He finally gets recognized.
I'm just shook that they went Paul Dano and Judd Hirsch. That they went Brendan Gleeson and Barry Keoghan. They went They have 3 double nominations in the supporting categories.
I mean,
That's fucking nuts.
wait, Wishaw missed, right?
Wishaw missed. I think Wishaw is done. Wishaw is done. Like, ever since when I saw the movie, I was thinking at first, I'm like, I don't see Wishaw happening. He doesn't do a ton in the movie. But people kept saying, like, Wishaw was their favorite. And I was just like, I don't know how. Like, I love the movie, and Wishaw is not even... I wouldn't even name him in my, like, top 20 for supporting actor.
So Keegan's definitely, I think, we can
Keegan's
both agree
in.
with that now.
Keegan's in.
Cool.
Keegan is in.
But that doesn't help with the Hirsch-Dano debate.
It does not help with the Hirsch-Dano debate.
Because I don't see them both making it. I only see one. And
no, because Banshees is the double nominee.
Yeah,
it's not Fabelman's.
I don't know what to do with that 5th spot, because let's say there's a Fabelman's at 4, and then 5 is either Pitt, it's Tyree Henry, it's
this
Wishaw,
helps Brian
it's
Tyree Henry
Redmayne.
a lot.
Those are like the real competitors, and I guess there's the wild chances of Wishaw could still pop up, and then I think that's about it.
I'm gonna be honest. Hanks could still happen at SAG.
Yeah,
and if Hanks happens at SAG, then
the thing is that SAG
chaos reigns.
SAG is either going to be Redmayne or Hanks for that 5th, because they're both very beloved in the industry, and they're giving. You can say what you want about the performance's quality, but they're giving it all in their performances, so actors are going to like that.
Okay, next up is Best Actress. I haven't looked at this yet, but I think that there's a 5 that we're really confident on, and the question is, what's number 6?
I would say Davis is the 6th. Easy.
Davis is the 6th? Okay, let's say Davis is the 6th then. So we're expecting Yo, Blanchett, Robbie, Deadweiler, hopefully Deadweiler, because that would be crazy if she misses. Who else? Davis and Williams.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What do we have? It is exactly the 6 that we predicted.
Okay.
Cate Blanchett, Viola Davis, Danielle Deadweiler, Margot Robbie, Michelle Williams, Michelle Yeoh. This doesn't tell us anything at all, other than that the expected 5 are there.
I think
the expected 6 is there.
Yeah, what I think it does cement is that is the 6. There's no Coleman, there's no Lawrence, there's no DeArmas, there's no Aki. These are the 6 for the 5.
There's no DeArmas.
I would have loved if she popped up here just for Havoc.
I would have screamed. God damn, I would have screamed. I think the 5 is everything except the Woman King. I'm keeping Danielle Deadweiler in there. So,
all right, here we go. Actor.
Okay, actor. What are we expecting? For actor, what I'm expecting is obviously the top 4, which is Farrell, Butler, Fraser, Nighy.
Yeah.
But then after that, I guess I'm expecting Cruise and either Jackman or Calva.
I think with that screenplay nomination, Mescal is going to be the last one here. With Cruise.
That would be crazy.
Maybe
Holy
there's a Jeremy
shit.
Pope. Maybe there's a Jeremy Pope.
Holy shit. No, you're right.
Okay, cool.
No, you're right. It's Paul Mescal.
Paul Mescal. But Cruise made it, right?
Cruise made... Okay.
Okay.
Austin Butler, Tom Cruise, Colin Farrell, Brendan Fraser, Paul Mescal for After Sun. What the fuck? And Bill Nighy.
Critics like that movie. I don't know. At least Cruise showed up.
This shows after the Globes. This shows that this actually is our top 5 here.
Yeah.
Because After Sun is not fucking top 6. So
yeah.
But this is 5. This is the 5. This is the 5. Let's just walk away with it right now. That's the 5. You can cement it in right now. Lock it in. Get your good odds on Gold Derby and place your super bet on here.
I would say the one small chance is if the Academy does not want Cruise for some reason. Someone could pop in. But who is that? No clue. That's why I think Cruise is getting in. That's what I'm saying. I think Cruise is, but if someone was to miss, it would be Cruise. But
it's not Diego Calva.
It's not Calva.
It's not Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Calva's.
It's not Gabriel LaBelle.
Yeah, I've never believed in Calva. I think it's Pope or it's Mescal if they really like that movie. But still, I don't think that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not Mescal. The
Cruise,
Academy's not going to care about After Sun.
Cruise is Javier Bardem from last year. A movie that a lot of people just don't want to believe, but it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's totally going to happen. Like, no matter what you feel about... I mean, Joseph Kosinski isn't happening.
Yeah.
Screenplay, I think, is still happening.
Mm-hmm.
But Paul Mescal... Tom Cruise.
Tommy boy.
Tom Cruise is happening.
All right.
Tom Cruise is happening. This is a way to honor him for his stunt work more than anything. Also, his performance in Top Gun is actually really good. It's one of the things that holds the movie together.
I like that you think that, because I think he's really good in that movie too. And when I see people bash him, I'm like, are you bashing him because it's a blockbuster and he's not like crying overtly, or like, I mean, he still gets an Oscar scene.
There's some really emotional scenes. There's some really good scenes that I think could be Oscar clips.
Yeah, like the scene with
I would have nominated him for Mission Impossible Fallout, honestly, just because I think his stunt work in that was so bold and just like, goddamn, honestly, just for stunt work alone, I would have nominated him for Best Actor. But with this, there's such a dedication to the role. There's such a symbiotic relationship between Tom Cruise and the character. I say he's good. He wouldn't be in my top 5, but he's in the Oscar top 5.
All right, picture time. What do we predict?
Picture. Let's. Should I go from the bottom, because then I can scroll up one by one and see what's there?
We'll do that in a second. But before we do that, I think we agree with the top 8. With it being no order here, but Avatar, Banshees, Maverick, Everything Everywhere, Fabelmans, Elvis, Tar, Women Talking.
Yes,
and then
we agree with that.
9 and 10,
9 and 10
is where
are the fucking crazy ones.
So right now, based off of everything, I guess it has Babylon because Chazelle made director. But the whole missing comedy makes me think, oh, they just like the text, but they don't like the movie and in the screenplay. After Sun, maybe they've given it 2 things so far. No, She Said hasn't hit anything. Not there. She Said hasn't hit anything. It's not here.
She Said is gone. It's not there for sure.
Woman King.
I think the last spot is Woman King or RRR.
Okay, so you're going Babylon and Woman King or RRR. I think I'm going Glass Onion because it did hit Monet and it did hit Screenplay and Babylon.
That's true. That's a good point. It could be Glass. So it's between, for me, Glass Onion, Woman King, and RRR.
Mm-hmm. I would say this. I would say the same, but Woman King would be my bottom of the group.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'd say
I'll go Babylon, Glass Onion, RRR, and I think that's it. I don't think if I'm going further, I don't think Woman King, because Woman King only got director and it only got Davis. It didn't really hit much else.
All right, let's get into it. Okay. From the bottom, Women Talking.
That means Woman King is gone?
Top Gun Maverick.
Woman King is gone.
Woman King is gone. Woman King is gone. Tar.
Okay. RRR. RRR.
RRR.
Okay.
Glass Onion.
So no Babylon. Unless they get rid of Elvis.
The Fabelmans.
Okay.
Everything Ever All at Once.
Elvis.
Okay,
so no Babylon.
Banshees. Babylon.
Oh, Babylon is here.
Avatar.
So what missed?
Nope, nothing missed. It's 11.
Oh.
They have 11 nominees. What the fuck?
So She Said, does that now move below RRR for the Oscars?
It does.
All right. There we go.
What?
Gold Derby update.
RRR is slot 10.
I just made the switch as well.
RRR is slot 10. Oh my god.
Wow. Well, that means...
Unless the Critics' Choice go 9 for 10 and we get something else in there, but they picked 11 films.
Yeah. I would say for Oscars now, that top 8 that we just said, plus Babylon is 9. 10th spot is RRR at 10. Glass Onion at 11. She Said at 12. Woman King at 13. Nothing else. That's it. That's it in the list. No Triangle. No Pinocchio. No Whale. That's it.
I am absolutely fucking blown away by this. What the hell? Wow. I'm speechless right now.
Yeah.
I'm speechless. Because, okay, if we think PGA is going to have 10 of these.
I think.
And RRR is probably making that.
Yeah, I think PGA does the same lineup and it kicks out, It kicks out
Glass Onion. It kicks out either Glass Onion or Babylon.
Yeah.
And then do the Oscars do the same thing?
I would say Babylon's ahead of Glass Onion for the Oscars. PGA, I could see it going the other way, just because Glass Onion seems more
Yeah, and
likable.
I suppose RRR could also miss PGA because it is an international film, and PGA often doesn't go for the like they didn't go for Drive My Car last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jesus Christ, this is happening faster than Drive My Car last year.
Yeah. The thing is it happening too fast? Is it going to drop off? That's my scare.
No, because it's like it's already getting all of these things. It only goes up from here, I think, because I don't know. Like there's still so many critics groups to fall in line with it to keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
Because critic groups are falling in line with RRR.
That's true, yeah.
Wow. Okay. That sure was some nominees.
It was. Did you have a favorite
They
one?
went with 11. What the hell? I think RRR in Best Picture is my favorite.
Okay.
Honestly. Like, I think that's one that's the shocking, bold choice here. That is what I love about these precursor ceremonies, because it throws everything into chaos. It throws everything into anything could happen. So, yeah, that is my favorite nominee right here. I love it. What's your favorite nominee?
See, I haven't seen the movie, but just the Brian Tyree Henry love gives me life, gives me happiness. I also like that.
You're going to love him in it.
I also really liked the Lerman shout out and director. Do I think he should be nominated?
Of course
no,
you fucking did.
But
man.
I just like seeing him get recognized because Elvis is Elvis because of him. And that was my case throughout the whole year. Like, oh, this is Warner Brothers' only play. It's a biopic. It's probably either one or two an actor. And people love Baz Luhrmann. And this is showing right here how much people love Baz Luhrmann. Like, yes, Great Gatsby kind of folded, but Great Gatsby also was a movie that no one really adored. Well, this is a movie that people do adore. And I don't know. I think there's a case, not for Elvis to win Best Picture, but I think Elvis could maybe make it in the year of 5, if it's a 5.
Yeah, I think Elvis could make it in a year of 5 too. I think it'd be fighting for the 5th slot, but it could make it in.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to know the craziest thing? Everything Ever All at Once got every single nomination it was eligible except for 3.
Song.
The only nominations it was eligible for that it missed were song, score, and cinematography.
And those are 3 categories no one's really predicting it for.
Yep, those are the 3 categories that no one is picking Everything Ever All at Once for.
And that's my one scare with oh, Stephanie Stu's back in the race, or oh, it's this or that. It's just because how much they loved it here, is everyone going to love it that much? And when not as many people love it, that's when it could drop off here or there. But still, that's a very good sign. For me,
I think we're going to keep seeing the same thing happening, which is just that people love this fucking movie.
Yeah.
People love this movie. People have been saying all year long, oh, it's just a film Twitter thing. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
This is a thing the industry loves, the critics love, audiences love. So, I made the bold prediction in April. I think not April. Sorry, it wasn't April. It was June when we started this podcast. I made the bold prediction that Everything Ever All at Once was winning. I'm sticking to it. And I really believe in it. So, because it's going to win here. It's totally going to win here.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. Banshees could win the Globe.
Mm-hmm.
Everything Everywhere wins here.
That's exactly what I think will happen. I think Banshees wins the Globe Comedy Musical. Everything Everywhere wins here at CCA. I think PGA could go Maverick, could go Fablemans. You could go something a little bit different. And then
it could go Maverick, Fablemans, or Everything Everywhere.
And then we get to BAFTA, which then...
Or Avatar.
Or Avatar, you're right. And then we get to BAFTA, which then BAFTA I think will be the real tell, because it makes sense for it to be Banshees.
BAFTA goes to Banshees.
But...
BAFTA goes to Banshees.
Yeah, and then we get to the Oscars, and it's okay, let's say Banshees wins 1, Everything Everywhere wins 1, Avatar wins 1, and then we get to... And then in the drama category at the Globes, who knows what wins that? And then we get to BAFTA, and Banshees wins a second one. So we could be looking at maybe 2 Avatars, 2 Banshees, and Everything Everywhere. Or 1 Avatar, 1 Maverick, or 1 Fablemans. And then we have 4 movies competing for that number 1 slot.
You know what my huge take is right here? Fablemans is not the front runner anymore. Fablemans is not the second place anymore. Fablemans is between 3rd and 4th place right now.
I mean, To everyone else, yes. But I know you and I have not had Fabelmans in the top 2. I think like all season. I'm looking at my predictions here.
I've had Fabelmans in top 2. I've had Fabelmans in second place all along because I've been saying it's the front runner, but it's going to drop off. It's my number 2.
I haven't had Fabelmans in my top 3 since August.
Really?
I'm looking back here.
Wow.
My 1's been Avatar. My number 2 is Women King for a long time, and then
oh no, that
not Women King. Sorry,
makes
Women
sense.
Talking, and then I had Everything Everywhere at 2 with Maverick / Banshees as my
I
number
forgot
3.
you've had Avatar at the top, but no, I mean Fabelmans is the one that I've been saying all along. Oh, this is the front runner, but like I'm just gonna say that I know it's gonna drop off from the front runner. It's dropped off.
Yeah.
The 2 front runners are Everything Ever All at Once and Banshees, and then after that, fighting for third place is Avatar, Fabelmans, and Top Gun.
Cool. Yep. So, Best Picture. Last thing before we get out of here today. Who can actually realistically win? Obviously, Banshees, Everything Everywhere. Yep. Anything else that you think at the moment?
Banshees, Everything Everywhere. At the Critics' Choice Awards, Fabelmans underperformed here. So, like, just slightly underperformed. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say, honestly, I think the only 2 that can win the Critics' Choice are Banshees and Everything Everywhere.
Okay, yeah, I think I can see that. I think third place would be either Fabelman's Avatar or Elvis, and then fill that out, and then Tar as the next one in line. But still, you're really reaching for a winner there.
Yeah. No, Fabelmans could win, but only if they're like really trying to predict the Oscars and they're going with like old school what would have won like beginning of December. But right now, Fabelmans, it's a financial flop. And yeah, it was the expected frontrunner for so long, and Banshees is proving to be stronger, and Everything Ever All at Once is proving to be stronger. Mm-hmm. So that's what it is at this point. That's what it is.
Cool. Well, thank you everyone for tuning into this edition of Fantasy Filmball. We went over the Critics' Choice Award nominations today, and there was a lot, so let us know down below which one was your favorite nomination and which one just like surprised you the most. But until next time, my name is Dyl.
My name is Matt, and this is Fantasy Filmball.